there, YouTube? I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today I'm very excited to be checking out the 19th most popular project in all of games. That is Lords of Vegas, an updated 6-player base set for the classic city-building board game, plus 2 great new expansions. So a little I like here, a lot I don't like here. So first, that background image is really very boring and generic. Like, oh, it's slot machines in a table. You're telling me that there's nothing more exciting that could be conveyed here. Also, like, how much real estate do we need for the name of your game? I feel like something should be here aside from just Lords of Vegas, because once again, it's right here. And it's right here. Like, this feels like complete wasted space where you could be showing me components, or boxes, or player counts, time lengths, ages, or your BGG rating, or the price, or any other number of things that are better than what you've chosen to put right there. Now, that being said, I do love the fact that you're spotlighting this as 2 new expansions, and it goes up to 6 players now, because I think that's going to really appeal to a lot of people, in particular the people who already know and own and love Lords of Vegas, but also to new people to know, okay, this is going up to 6 players, it's based on a pre-existing game, so a little I like, a lot I don't like, but as always when you go to the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? It's already raised $157,000, so it will be happening. Awesome. Let's get into it.
Lords of Vegas is a game about building, which means it's about turning this into this. Lords of Vegas is one of my favorite board games, and that's not just because I helped invent it. It's got everything you want in an economic game. Buying and selling, trading, futures, gambling, and backstabbing, and it's all set right here in beautiful.
I love the personal touch. Okay, so this is one of the designers of the game. They're in Las Vegas talking about the game. I love this. I think this is fantastic.
Beautiful Las Vegas.
Hey, Jeremy.
There's a lot of actions we could take. We can build. So we have that parking lot. You know what? I'm gonna build a casino there. That's my new place. You can sprawl, which is expanding your casino to an adjacent square.
Like
you know
this?
what? As much as I love purple, I'm just not feeling it. So we're gonna remodel this casino. You can reorganize, which allows you to roll the dice and adjust how much they're gonna pay. Vegas is all about gambling, so I'm gonna bet 25 million. Hey, 12. That pays double according to this. Finally, you can raise.
I like spotlighting the fact that the board is useful. Very nice. And it's a great game. If you've not played Lord of Vegas, highly recommend it.
So we're gonna raise this one up. And what that does is it scores and gets me double. It comes with planes for your scoring.
I like this, so I know there's going to be different tier levels. This is one, if I want to get all the fancy and nice stuff, which I'm a huge fan of this game, I'm probably going to want to pull the trigger on that. That's probably going to be the most popular pledge level. According to Bauer's Law, which is that pretty much every day when I check these out, the most popular pledge level is the one with the most stuff in it.
And also, little cars.
So I like the fact they're spotlighting the components here.
Marking your parking lots. I like the purple one. It's a convertible.
I like that little bit too, because it's like spotlighting, oh, they're also unique. They're unique wooden custom components, and and looky there. Looky there. If you're a Lords of Vegas fan, that probably just draw your eyes right there. And this is what I'm talking about. That huge Lords of Vegas marquee where it's just you mention your name twice. Why not have this picture of the box at least? Get something else.
At the end of the game, whoever's got the most points win.
Great. Clear, concise, I know what this game is about. Now we're going to pivot to the expansion, I imagine.
Las Vegas is a city that's always growing and changing, and that's what's happening to Lords of Vegas right now as we do the Americana expansion.
Chef's kiss.
With new boards in New Orleans, Tombstone, Arizona, Reno, Nevada, and Atlantic City.
So this is the Reno board. You walk in, somebody named Johnny Reno has abandoned all of his casinos.
We start taking over his casinos, and I place my casino right next to the Reno Arch that connects them so that whenever this one scores, I also get paid. This here is a Tombstone board. Some new things to this version are some classic characters that have come to join us, as well as using a poker deck to play, well, you know, poker.
Okay, we're taking it back in time. I'm all down. That sounds fun. It sounds like I want to play every single one of these boards when I first get this.
The characters hang out on their ranch until you call them in for help. Take Wyatt Earp here. before the start of a show.
And I want to mention, this is one of my least favorite types of expansions. I'm more of the type of person who loves when you just throw everything in the game and just set it and forget it. But I feel like they're doing a great job spotlighting it, just period. So, kudos.
Go down, you can discard any card to draw a new one. It's pretty slick.
This is the Atlantic City board, and it is huge.
Okay.
There's also one
Look at that! I love like how he put his arms out. Like, that was a great sense of scale there. Like, I don't know the centimeters, I don't know the inches, but I know I want this board because it's big. This is great. This sounds cool. I have the original. I wonder how easy it will be for me to get the new stuff. Hopefully super easy. But that's one. I mean, that's one of those things where it's like, in theory, it should be incredibly simple to find exactly what you want. I feel like they're doing a great job spotlighting.
All across the entire board. There's also these alleys that you could purchase for $15 million. They're always there. They're always great. But unfortunately, they're always a 1.
Okay.
New Orleans. It's a huge board again because they added the Mississippi, which is, I've been told it's a big river. I guess it is. And that has river boats that connect onto the mainland of the casinos. Those just add lots more value. But whenever you score it, you have to roll again.
That's fantastic.
And if you have a die that's lower than somebody else, they become the new captain, and they get to move it.
Oh, that's clever. Hey, what's up, Internet? You being, no? What's up, Internet? Kickstarter?
To somewhere that's better for them.
We're back.
Yes, you need the core game to play, but that's okay, because if you don't have one...
Great. Mentioning stuff, and now I see all these add-ons. I see the, ooh, this is what I like.
You can pledge here now, and if you already have one, it works just the same. The new one just has really cool-looking pieces. I love this game.
Your question's answered, Mr. Mormo.
If I lose thousands of dollars, I get to pretend I'm a casino mogul, and the new edition has 72 dice. 72. I don't think I could hold that many dice, but I know you dice goblins out there want them.
I don't know if that really is a great selling point when they're just standard D6s, but whatevs. I don't have a problem with it.
We have reward levels.
And now we're talking about add-ons and extras? Yes, please. I love Lords of Vegas as well, Derek.
With all of the expansions,
Great game.
All of the goodies and add-ons. If you missed the last Kickstarter, we've got you covered. The Underworld expansion.
If you missed the last Kickstarter, once again, just cementing the can we do it? Yes, of course we can do it. We've done it before. We got, it looks great presentation so far.
Is available at multiple tiers. It's the one with gangsters and grifters, which play a pretty big part in Vegas, as well as other gambling cities.
Okay.
But don't tell anyone, because I like my thumbs where they're at. After you make your pledge, there's a whole lot of things you could add on. One of them being
Woo, love
poker
it.
chips. I heard you guys asked about it. Here they are.
So that's great. That's great. The presentation, you may take it or leave it, the tongue-in-cheek nature, but I love the fact that we're spotlighting add-ons. And not only there, you might not have noticed that, they're like, yeah, our backers ask for something, and now it is here. Physically something that you can purchase. That's great. That goes a long way for brand loyalty. So kudos on. I'm loving this video so far.
These ones are multiple denominations, matching the colors of the casino groups. There's 20 of each, but you'll probably want more. Another add-on we have is a beautiful playmat.
Poker chip sound, yeah.
It has the Vegas board, as well as the Underworld board.
Okay.
There's also this cute little spot where you can stack up all your tiles. Another
nice.
add-on we have is the Unified Rulebook that has all the rules for Lords of Vegas, Up, and Underworld. So that way you don't need multiple books, you just have this guy.
I love it. I love that rule booklet. I love the idea of that rule booklet. Thank you, Lone Shark Games. That is beautiful. And I'm sure someone else has done it, but I love this. I love that. And I love spotlighting this.
Con jobs. It's going to add a bunch of new events that you'll get to play with, such as a sci-fi movie premiere, which just pays out all Vegas casinos, or my favorite, which is the High Rollers convention. It makes you re-roll every high die.
So this is something you're going to want.
So thanks for watching and thanks for playing Lords of Vegas. We hope you'll enjoy the new additions and everything this campaign has to offer.
Okay. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. How much is it? Don't know the exact price, but I know about the tiers, kind of. I know about the add-ons. I know what I want. Very well done. Fantastic video, I think. 5.5 minutes is a very long time to spend in a Kickstarter video. Like, sometimes that can really stretch. This one did. I feel like I was really well paced, too. So 13 created, 363 backs. It shows. A Seattle company that makes games, puzzles, and books. Our Kickstarter fund has supported 350 projects by our colleagues. Okay. Don't see that typically spotlighted. So the Americana 6-player base set. So they launched this earlier last year. Didn't work. Came back. Letters to Margaret. Crosswords. So let's do this game. 10th anniversary. Sausage Party canceled. Is that based on the movie? It's interesting. This is a really varied collection of projects. I'm not, like, the Ninth World. There we go. There's a game. This is a maze. This is a book. Okay. The combined force to create the Fiery Earward adventure game. Yeah, I think I did an interview with them about this game at Gen Con some years back, and it was weird as hell sounding. So they're all over the board. I don't mind it. I'm all over the board. So this one ran a $100,000 funding goal. It did not happen. That's fine. It's here now, and it's successful at $157K. Kudos to them. Maybe we'll peek back at that and see how it was a little bit later. But let's make sure everybody got the stuff. Everything has left the warehouse. That was a while ago, so yeah, no issues here. 76 comments is not. She absolutely loves it. Great. Great. Game Theory in the Age of Chaos. I don't care about the books, really. We're just going to go to this. I'm assuming this has to be out. That would take a lot of guts to put the Kickstarter out if you hadn't shipped that. I don't care. Here we go. Here's a game. This is what I want to see. All right. Lords of Vegas 10th. So the new one looks good. Let's see. Make sure everybody got their stuff. Make sure we got good customer service. When canceling funding of Lords of Vegas Americana, what will be the meaning for us who are still waiting for the base game? Sorry I missed this, Ori. We've relaunched the new campaign. As we say to everyone in the situation, you'll be getting the new base set, Americana Underworld, and the newly announced Cons job expansions with shipping covered. Ooh, no. I was thinking this video was running long and lacked excitement, but I'm starting to really get curious. Okay. Well, I mean, that's the goal. So this is a little concerning here. It seems like one of those situations Robin married to pay Peter, Paul, or something. I don't know. The expression. It's like a Bible expression. I don't know how to use it. As someone who's also affected by this, thank you for asking Ovi, and thanks for the reply. Yeah, that's nice. It takes Watch It Played to find out there's a landing page for the base game. Shame that you couldn't make this aware to us loyally waiting backers still waiting for the base game owed to us. I think it's time for a concrete update to reaffirm the solution going forward and how we shall be rewarded for our patience with this new expansion. Hopefully near free with no extra down payment necessary. Yeah, ideally. Thanks for posting the link. It was mentioned in the October newsletter. The Kickstarter will launch this year, so I would expect an update soon. As we've mentioned, you'll get the new base set, Americana Underworld, the newly announced cons with shipping covered. Okay, that's what I want to hear. That's what they want to hear. I mean, it's not what they want to hear. What they want to hear is, yeah, your game's on the way. But of all the answers that is not that, that's a good one. Still a little bit concerning. This is how some games have gone under, I'm pretty sure. If I recall correctly, I think it was like 5th Street Games did this, where they were essentially doing a Kickstarter to pay for a different Kickstarter, and that's a very dangerous cycle. So I'm not sure. I don't know anything about their financials, obviously, aside from what I'm looking here, but I have seen that on other Kickstarter companies. That's always a bit concerning. Nothing since May. Any updates on those waiting for the base games? Hey, Stuart, we have a new Lords of Vegas Kickstarter coming very soon, along with new versions of the base game. Once that launches and completes, we'll have those base games to send out to those still missing from the previous Kickstarter. Will that include all the expansion content? Yeah, I had gone all in. Yes. So not pleasant conversations that they're having here, but they're having them. So that's good. New Legs campaign launched February 22nd. Okay. Let's make sure the other people got their stuff. So this one is canceled. So it looks like they're going to relaunch it. No, November 20th, 2019. So that one's just probably dead. We want to help save your sanity. Response to COVID-19. K. Is this game out? That's all I want to know. Is the board game out? A new update. Thanks. Happy to hear us. I'm trying to learn how to play this game solo so I can teach my gamer group. I think I did the setup okay. All I got was to round 1 and got stuck. Ooh, that's not good. package is waiting for my... Okay. So it does look there on the customer service there, and it looks like people got their stuff, or else this would be a flaming dumpster fire. Cool. Good. And this one, I imagine, is also out as well. Just double checking, because I would imagine the other one before. Yeah, 4 years ago we're good. So, looks like they got a snafu here. Little mess up, little hiccup, but they handled it, I think, well. They said, hey, we got you, we understand, we're going to get you it, no extra charge. Cool. Not great, but cool. Hi, it's the Shark. We're back with a new campaign featuring our most popular and hardest to find board game, Lords of Vegas. I do like that start right there. Hey, this game's super hard to find. It's, dare I say it, a grail game. This modern classic is a gambler's dream. 2 to 6 casino magnates raising the parking lots of old-time Las Vegas and raising up colossal dream palaces. So I mentioned 2 to 6, I think, on the marquee. You mentioned up to 6, but it'd be nice to know it's 2 to 6. The new 6-player base set features all the components, including 72 dice featured for 6 players to play out the same box for the first time ever. You keep mentioning 72 dice. I don't know if that's really as impressive as you think. I'll have the components because they're like D6 dice. Like I could get, like it feels like I could get these dice at a dollar store for, you know, 4 or 5, like, you know what I mean? Like those dice don't look like that's like, oh my gosh, 72 dice. It's like, yeah, but they're standard D6s. So $65. Wow. Okay, so that's just the base game, right? Or is that everything? That's also a weird place to spotlight your price. It just kind of blends in with everything. I'd at least make it bold. Or, better yet, even a graphic. Plus, we're releasing not 1, but 2 new great expansions. The Americana expansion requires any base set to play as a mega expansion featuring 4 games in the Lords of Vegas style. Okay, and you talked about that in the video, so I'm good. I just did the pledge level. So, $40 gets you the expansion. $50 gets you... So this is probably going... This is going to be the second most popular pledge level, because I do think they did a good enough job in that video that the most popular pledge level will be whatever it is, the $120. It's going to have everything. So it's $100. That's it. In and out the door. That's not bad. I don't have a problem with that. Base game for one of the most popular. Yeah, and here's the other thing. What I do have is I don't feel like they put nearly enough respect on this game, because I know this is a super highly rated game, if I recall correctly. Let's double check that. Lords of Vegas. Yeah, top 500 game of all time. It's on my wish list, in fact. Yeah. So, 100% I think we should be spotlighting that. $100 in and out for top 500 game of all time. 2 expansions. It goes up to 6 players. And yeah, one of the expansions is just a deck of cards, but whatever. No, it's actually more than that, because it has like that criminal underworld or whatever, right? Or is that a different one? Redesign money, up joins the base set. Now, so this is nice too. I do like this. And okay, here we go. Then we got the shut up and sit down. We're spotlighting it. Cool. No, this is how to play. That's a great video to have. I do love that. Love that. And also back in the day, got the Will Wheaton bump from Tabletop. Yeah, I mean, that'd be a video I'd 100% put on here. Expand beyond Vegas with gameplay and 4 historic. But I do like the fact they're spotlight and shut up and sit down. And the fact that it's a how to play video, which I always think is worth its weight in gold. Check out the rules, board, and arch. Gameplay. Oh, this is for the specific maps. Is there more? We have exciting stretch goals planned, including a new city for Americana. So then I should already know about that. So here's what I always say. If you're running a Kickstarter, when you first launch the Kickstarter, maybe you don't have the stretch goals at the top. And I get that, because you're right now trying to get the game funded. However, once you get the game funded, you are no longer trying to get the game funded. You should pivot to try and get as many delicious stretch goals as you can, because it makes your game better. It makes your game probably sell better in the long run, because there's more content in those boxes. And it just makes people more excited when they come to your Kickstarter page. And it helps people better see the value, even though I don't feel like the value is that bad on here. So I hate the location of the stretch goals already, and we haven't even got to them. And that's why I hate them. We're 20 minutes in. Hey, Huckleberry. I've been looking for the Up expansion for a long time, but it's always been super expected secondhand. So excited for this. I didn't see the Up. Because, yeah, that my buddy Jimmy, I think, has it with the Up expansion. Yeah, I don't think I saw that. So that's odd. Now that you mention that is odd. Reward levels. Oh, so now you're springing new reward levels on me. Okay. I take back about what I said about the most popular one having everything being the most popular. I don't think that's going to be the most popular one now. I think the returning backer one is going to be the most popular one, because I feel like the organization here is not great. This is a big oof right here. Like, where's the big pledge level that you want me to buy, where I can get everything? everything for this top 500 board game. This game that has proven itself for tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. Oh, there's the Will Wheaton bid. Perfect. So, because this is what you want me to buy. This is, yes, I'm not a fan of this. Also, not having Up. That's interesting. Oh, they said Up was part of the new base set. I missed that. I would spotlight that, too. Because, I'm going through this with a fine-tooth comb, and I don't remember. But big ups, Derek, for mentioning that. Lord, because I would have ranted about that, so I'm glad you brought it up. Lords of Vegas is the perfect simulation of the reality of gambling in Las Vegas. Only sometimes you win. Okay. I don't know if that's the quote to go with, but whatever. Lords of Vegas is the economic warfare game that we find ourselves recommending the most. The reason that no one should play Monopoly ever. Interesting quote. I've seen this level of intensity. It goes back and forth fighting over these casinos. One of the best games of the year. Awesome. Buy the game now. Do it. So that's whatever. It's just superfluous. Bunch of game designers saying it's amazing, which is great. But that's like that video. I'm sure is a great video to watch. With that quote, I've been a fan of Lords of Vegas since before I started. I don't even care. I just want to know what I'm paying, because I want everything. The art is blah. Oh, this is an old game. It is. Yes, this one came out before I got into the hobby, I do believe. 2010. That is right before I got into the hobby. Yeah, because I remember playing that once. I played it 2 separate times, I think, over a very long period of time. Both times I really enjoyed it. Okay, so the Americana expansion, 352 backers. Okay, this one I think is going to be the most popular pledge level. 77. Wow. Oh, no. This is the base set. So this is the definitive edition. I thought there wasn't there a 55? Huh? I thought there was 2 returning backer pledge levels. Wasn't there? I could have swore. Oh my gosh, come on, get to it. Yes. Oh, it's so frustrating. I hate this pledge area. Where is it? I shouldn't have to search for it. Scrolling. Okay, got it. Player upgrade kit, add-ons. Where is it? Oh, here it is. This is the only way I could find it? Really? So the $65, the Americana. Okay, so it does... Okay, I take that back. So 352, 77... Americana plus the Underworlds expansion. Oh, so this is the one I thought was be the most popular. No, it's only 30. Wow. Okay. You already have... So that is not it. Most people are not paying $25 for the extra... For the extra Underworlds expansion? Really? That's very surprising to me. I do just suggest this to people as an alternative to Monopoly. Fills the same thematic vibe, but with much better gameplay. I have never connected those 2 dots. I would have to go back and replay it, but I'm not down yet. Base set plus the Underworld expansion, which is not particularly popular for some reason. Maybe it's because you didn't have a pledge level for it. Base set plus the Underworld expansion. Isn't this the base set? No, this is the returning backer everything. This is if you only want the Underworld expansion and you don't want the Americana. Why would I not want the Americana part? 24 people did, though, I guess. Base set plus the Americana, 37. So then this is the big one. So we do. So the biggest pledge, 187. Did we get it? No. The biggest pledge. So I feel like that is a big oof right there. This is very unusual to me. We have so many pledge levels, which I'm not a big fan of, period. But to see the most popular pledge level is returning backers, but you don't get all the gameplay returning backers. And that is... just perplexing. I hate to be this guy, but you're on the wrong campaign. For the last few minutes, you've been looking at the canceled campaign from November. Oh my gosh! That's why it looked different. Thank you. Stop. All right. Well, so now I can talk about how vastly improved I feel like this looks. Because it's clean and clear. Okay. The Grand Buffet... Got it, and the all-you-can-eat. This is with all the add-ons. So this is going to be a big test of what I always say I see. Let's see, because this is what they're shooting for. I think this should be the most popular pledge level. Let's go. The Americano. This is a great pledge area. So seeing their old pledge area and seeing this pledge area makes me appreciate their new pledge area so much more. Yes. Yeah, Mike, thank you so much. So $40 for this. Yeah, so $50 for the combo platter. Yeah, once again, so most people wanted this. Wait, did they get rid of something? They got rid of the underworld or something. Okay, whatever. It's cleaner now. So the table for 6, the 6-player base set, 314 people want to dip their toes in it. Get everything, 180. Still surprising me. That's really surprising that most people would rather have the base game than have the base game plus the expansions. Very surprising to me. The Grand Buffet, 275. Oh, okay, because people want the underworld. So the 275, then the all-you-can-eat, 231. So in essence, we have 500 plus people who now want everything, but then nearly half those people want it with all the promos. So that whoo, yes, that is, and that's what we're looking for here. The biggest pledges with the most backers, and you can see why. And this is what I preach. This is what I preach every day. Make your pledges clean and clear, and boom. That was so much more pleasant than the last one. Kudos. And then we have the boss's table. What the hell is this? Oh, one of the last 9 bops. Oh, this one's probably sold out. Yeah, that's super fancy. That's cool. Okay. I would get rid of it now. Well, yeah, I'd get rid of it now since I can't back it. But still, it's nice. Then we have the add-ons. Okay. And this seems pretty clear. Normally, I'd like pictures of these. Oh, there's the Up expansion. Cool. Only for the Mayfair edition? Great. That looks great. That looks like a really nice add-on section. How to play. This is our second how to play.
Oh, we are.
And it's in.
No thanks. I'll go with Quinn here. I don't need the hour one. $65 for spotlighting this once again, but this time we bolded the 65. This feels. Oh wait, did we? Now I'm getting both of them mixed up. I'm getting the 2 videos mixed up. 6 planes. So now we're just focused on components. We're good, honestly. This is just icing on the cake. The only thing I'm looking for now, they really upped their Kickstarter page game. Agreed, 110%. So right now, I just want the shipping. I wish we bumped that higher. This is great. This is all. Don't get me wrong. This is great. Atlantic City gameplay, focus. This is fantastic. I love all this, but I don't think it should be ahead of the shipping. And if we're on GameFound, I wouldn't mind it because GameFound, I just go over here, I can skip all this and just go boop straight. Like, how hard would it be? How, like, Kickstarter is so half-assed here. Like, well, you know what, Kickstarter? Here, steal this idea. Make it so you can set your oh my gosh, I need to make a YouTube short on this. This is brilliant. Make it so that you can go into, when you're creating your story on your campaign, and make these texts so people can go straight to exactly where they want to go. So you can define where the shipping area is and where the pledge area is. That would be so nice. Kickstarter's not going to do it because they just won't, but that is so nice. Okay. And then we have shipping. So we have video dump here, but with some quotes. Okay. Same quotes. We already saw this stuff. So shipping, here we go. We have good news on this front. Since we last checked on this, we've been able to get our rates down quite a bit. For example, Americana should cost about $22 to ship to the U.S. and the base set about $24. Canada's about 10 more than that. So half-point grade bump down on this. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I don't like this. All the text, like, no, put this picture. And I know the picture's going to look ugly, probably. Yep, it's Microsoft OneDrive. That's fine. That's fine. Don't care. You know what? Boom. Control, Alt, S, go here, bam, pop, poop it in there. That's going to be way more useful than making me click on it. Okay? It doesn't look pretty, but it's like my bidet in my bathroom does not look nice, but damn, I love that thing. And I want this here, you know? Like, we got all the countries here. Look at this, going hard. I might order these based on, some sort of order. Primarily, where most of the people backing this are going to be from, which is going to be the United States of America, because, once again, that's most of the time how it goes down. But still, and we have all the different pledge levels, and we have different shipping for all the different pledge levels. Beautiful. I love this shipping area. That's great. Aside from the location of it and the fact that this isn't, on there, but this looks good. So $34.23, if I'm getting the all-you-can-eat with all the knickknacks and the patty wax, $38.18, that's great. Very in-depth shipping area, though. Wish you didn't make me click on it, but still, woo, nice. So, final price for this Grail game, I'm looking at new base game. So this is everything. This is everything plus all the fancies. So $120. Looking at what? $155 in and out the door for a top 500 board game of all time with all the expansions, all the content. In. How often do I go to these Kickstarter pages and I am just hoping that this game will be good and I'm throwing down $150 plus. This proven commodity. Great. Very reasonable price. How much is it? Yes. And the pledge area, much improved. FAQ? Ooh, ugly. So my question's question number 16. I got to read through 15 other questions to get to it. I always feel like that is annoying. I would organize this like Reload from Colossal Games and a lot of other projects that I've seen do it, but they were the first ones to see do it. You know, where you just put like, this is the shipping. So shipping, expansion, returning backer. You put those in the front in big bold, and I think it just makes it a lot cleaner and clearer to navigate. Let's check out the update. 6 comments, 8 comments, 7 comments on 1,500 people. So not the most engaging updates. Let's see what we got. Here's an Atlantic City diary and the Albion puzzle. Ooh, let's talk about stretch goals. There aren't any. Oh, so there were going to be stretch goals in the last time, and now they're not having any. Okay. Just because we don't have stretch goals doesn't mean we have more to show off, though. Here's the debut of 3 continuing features of the campaign. First, developer diaries, Friends of the Shark campaign, the Shark of the Sharkies puzzle series. Okay. Oh, no. I'm good. There are 2 things you should definitely actually consider for stretch goals. One is non-paper money, and the other is a proper insert for storing the game easily. Ding, ding, ding. Agreed 100%. Non-paper money. Paper money is one of the cheapest and worst general components of any board game. It's genuinely awful to handle and deal with. I can't begin to... Yeah, and especially on a game like this, that top 500, if you're getting this game, you expect to play this game probably a lot. You know, I think to myself of like Space Base or King of Tokyo or some of my games that I'm like, I would play that a lot if I had it. So yeah, I agree with him on the paper money. A design insert. This is just a thing all board games should come with. I recognize they probably... Yeah, agreed on that. Thanks about that, Rebus. I'm not sure if I should be thinking broadly, like there's that car, I solved it, this person has canceled the pledge. In this campaign, we're making con jobs available only to backers who get a base set, Americana or some other high level, at this, okay. So someone had a question, they didn't like the answer, but they still gave them the answer. So I do like the fact they're trying to engage with people, despite the fact they don't have what seems like a really solid reason to come back to the campaign after you've given them the money, but that's not necessary. Only the 3 things I think really necessary. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? That's where you got to convince Kickstarter backers. Should I come back? Now that's a nice thing to convince them. And that would probably have this slightly higher than 19th on the popularity chart. But it's not necessary, I guess. Do the poker chips fit in the base box? Great question. Any chance to get the boss's table? Ooh, don't know what that is, but that's nice. Any chance of shipping to Asia? Not at the moment. Can you please give a shout out to No Rules Barred on this campaign page? Seems unnecessary. Just so everyone knows, there's now really no excuse for not fulfilling locally within Australia through a combination of VFI. Okay. So I do not like the fact that they're not responding to all the comments. Like, let's take a look at this. Shane decided to respond to Tim L about shipping to Asia 2 days ago, but then completely ignored Jed. You know, you got to answer this. This is not a fun thing to answer. I've got a couple emails like that are sitting in my inbox where I'm like, yeah, just keep pushing it back. You can't do that when you're running a Kickstarter. Like, this looks bad. Does Underworld contain a physical rule booklet? Cool. It seems to me that the Unified Rule Booklet is outdated and certainly not complete. It needs a terms conversation chart to match up with other rules for explanations. Brilliant. And this is why you put your rule booklet out, so people can go through it and they can make sure they can help you improve it before it gets to the people. So, top shelf kudos. I'm glad this was explained. I'm removing from my pledge. Still looking. I'm glad this was explained. I will be removing it from my pledge. Yeah. I don't understand why this couldn't be updated and include all expansions. This might be an ideal time to lock down a complete rule set. Yeah, didn't you say that? In fact, in the video spotlighting that this would be a complete rule set, that's... Yeah, right? Yeah, Patrick, yeah, right? I will also preface by saying I'm very excited to be backing this. I've been looking for this game on and off for years, so this Kickstarter is a treat. But yeah, right? However, wouldn't it make sense for the Unified Rule Booklet to include... No, I'm not even going to use the last part of the sentence that Patrick has. I'm just going to use what he means. Hello! Wouldn't it make sense for the Unified Rule Booklet to be unified with all the different rule booklets? Like, what? Hello, the whole reason we posted this update was to clear up the confusion with the Unified Rule Booklet. It does not include rules for Americana and con jobs. That's the problem. If you are playing a game that includes Underworld, the Unified Rule Booklet makes it big and easier. That's not what it said. Rule set should be first thing done, right? Rule book. Well, this is a unified rule booklet, so it's going to have all the rules for all the different expansions. And I stopped the video, and my heart pitter-pattered because I was excited about it. And now I'm like, right? Shouldn't it have everything? If you want to take a look at the rule booklets, how they differ, you can check them out here. So as a backer with the Grand Buffet, is the unified rule booklet a useful add-on? It seems like, yes, it's useful with Underworld. You are correct. Yeah, it seems great. Here's a new update in the unified rule booklet. Cool. This is nice. I feel like that's a nice thing to maybe mention. Oh, it is great. So kudos. Projects we love, and they did mention here. Great. So There was a lot of people chit-chatting about it in the comments, and I see that they made an update about it, and that is great customer service. I do love that. There's a lot to love about this video. There's a lot to love about this project, so let's give this one a grade. Do I want it? Yes. That video, I felt like, hit the mark. I already was pre-inclined to like this, because once again, I played this twice, and I liked it a lot both times. But that main image, come on. Look at all this wasted space. Just, I hate this main image. But... do I want it? Yes. I think the video is going to convince a lot of people. Can you do it? Yes. Even though the fact that you're back, you have to do this Kickstarter to ship out your last Kickstarter, at least that's what it seems like, doesn't look good. That is a giant glaring red flag, and if anything goes wrong with this project, people will say, yeah, we kind of saw that. I mean, but how else are you going to handle that? There's only, like, they're handling it transparently and up front. I feel like that's the best way to handle it, aside from just, hey, we've fixed the problem. And they can't. They don't have the money to, apparently. So, do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes, but a little bit concerning there. But I don't think it's hugely concerning, because they've raised $157,000. That makes things a lot easier. And then how much is it? Price seems very Kickstarter reasonable, especially when you factor in it's one of the top 500 board games of all time. I don't feel like they'd spotlighted that nearly enough. But still, at the end of the day, I feel like this is a very solid... It's really not anything like that. Not anything like what? Rule set should be first thing done right. But anyway, final grade for this one, I think still very solid. I'd go with B. I'm going to go with a B. Right on the nose. Yeah, I feel like overall very solid project. Take a couple tweaks, bump it up in the A- range. A little bit concerned about, the past project not chipping out yet, or whatever the deal with that is. But still, really rock solid. Lords of Vegas. Yeah. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for Lords of Vegas, plus the expansions. And as always, if you're enjoying the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, as I'm trying to reach 17,000 subscribers in 2023 to make it my biggest year ever. And thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.